Hey, it's me again, Gaurav, and today we will explore our KPI Center. So let's get to it. In this page, you can take a deeper dive into all the information that your data can possibly convey. Once again, we are comparing all your metrics to the same period last year, and an improvement is indicated by the green color, worse performance indicated by red, and a neutral performance is noted in gray. Let's begin with our first section of metrics, Flash. These are high-level indicators of the most important metrics, which give you a bird's-eye view of the overall health of your business. The next section shows you your production breakdowns based on new versus existing patients and upgrade versus first-time units and ASP. This is great to understand if your business is heavier on the new patient side or existing patient side, and if any business decisions need to be made to rebalance the distribution. For example, it may not be the most ideal case if 90% of your business was existing patients, and after looking at this section, you might see the need to increase new patient marketing. Let's drill down further into new patient revenue. As demonstrated in previous videos, you can drill down into each metric and view these however you like, by provider or by clinic. In this case, maybe you want to see in which clinics are you getting your most new patients. You may also be curious to see your unit splits. You can drill down further and view them by manufacturer to see what your split is like, or by technology level, and you can do the same thing with your ASP. You may want to see what your most expensive manufacturers are, or how much your average selling price is for each tech level. Now we move on to this next section, which gives you ratios that level the playing field between small and large clinics by measuring efficiency. Revenue per hour puts into perspective how efficient your providers are with their time. Drill down further to see your most productive providers. One of the most valuable metrics here you may want to look at would be conversion rate, as you could be seeing a lot of new patients on a daily basis, but how many of them are you really converting? You may also drill down further to look at which of your providers convert the most. Another two interesting metrics here are the return rate and the refund rate. The difference here is that the return rate is specific to actual hearing aid units that are being returned without the need of money actually changing hands, whereas a refund rate is actual money you have had to refund. Obviously, you would want these percentages to be reasonably low at all times. This next section here gives you metrics that provide data and context related to your third-party sales. Interesting metrics to look at here would be what percentage of your units and revenue come from third parties. We can also dive deeper to look at exactly which third parties we're dealing with. Another cool metric to look at here would be average TPA fee. This may help you decide which TPAs it makes sense for you to work with and which you may want to stop working with over time. Finally, we have the patient flow section where we monitor patient activity levels, such as seeing what types of appointments they came in for. This is also the section where you can see where your providers are spending most of their time. An interesting metric to look at here would be the FTE status. This stands for full-time equivalency status and is a calculation that measures the number of equivalent full-time providers based on patient hours. An FTE status of 1 represents 22 hours of patient care per week, which is what an average provider does. This lets you see which of your providers are working more than an average full-time provider and which of your providers are not. You can also split this by clinic to see if you may need to move a not-so-busy provider from a not-so-busy clinic into another much busier clinic for more optimal results. The table view provides you with the same information but in a table format. You can click the plus button on the left to see the list of KPIs and the current and same period last year values for comparison. You're also able to view these by clinic, provider, and company. The graph at the bottom here is extremely useful as you have the ability to compare two different KPIs on the same graph. There are many interesting comparisons you can make. For example, you may want to compare new patient appointments to conversion rate. We can see for this clinic, even though in March and August there's an influx of new patients, conversion rates remain low. You also have the ability to see the trend of only one metric if you'd like. An interesting thing here to look at would be TPA percentage. Now we see how we have been trending in TPA percentage in this year. You have infinite customization options for what time period you want to look at on the left bar here. The sky is the limit for how you want to sort and analyze your data. Let's take a look at this TPA percentage historically by clicking Rolling 24 months. We can change this graph to display by week, month, quarter, or year as needed. And we can see that historically over the last 2 years, we have been trending downwards for TPA percentage. This visual on the right here is controlled by the purple metric selected and is another way to see your KPI split by clinic, provider, or company. Thank you so much for your time, and if you have any questions at all, please email us at support@myvitalspro.com or hop on a call with a member of our team using the link at the bottom of this email.